just a few moments, we will get the show underway for the Gears Cup Series. Playoff race number 1 in the round of 16 at Nashville Superspeedway. Again, Gears Freaks coming up next. All right, welcome everyone to the Gears Cup Series, Dolly's Music City 200 at Nashville Superspeedway. I am your host, Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat, getting it kicked off here for playoff race number 1 in the round of 16. But first, before we get to all that jazz, let's get you caught up on the latest episode of Gears Freaks.
Travis, I love you.
Welcome, buddy.
All right, welcome everybody to the Skull 200 at Michigan International Speedway and the regular season finale for the 2024 Gears Cup Series season.
Pace car is off, and we are set and ready to rock here for the Skull 200 at Michigan International Speedway for the Gears Cup Series.
I thought I left room. I thought the guy got loose actually and into me.
Oh man, and the Jesus, he gets a 67 going around on the backstretch. Jesus took the wheel and saved his ass.
My bad, guy left. I got you off a little bit there.
Jesus Christ.
Right in front, big right. Thank you for calling that out. That saved a lot of people.
Why would you come up the fucking track?
Nice save, Connor.
Yeah, my pants are a little brown after that one.
Man who has won 25% of the races this year, and the winner of the Skull 200 is going to be Van Druckmann.
Who wins, Druckmann?
And again, your winner for the 6th time this season was Van Druckmann. Let's bring you in the booth now live here in the studio in the Casa de la Horseboat, in the room in which memories aren't made. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, hanging out with you on your Friday night for tonight's race of Dolly's Music City 200 for the Gears Cup Series. Again, round of 16, playoff race, 1 of 3, overall of 9. If that's confusing, that's okay. Again, you got 3 races to make it. The top 8 move on. The other 8 are gone. So we literally cut the field in half in this first leg. But let's talk about the craziness that happened last week. Michigan was action-packed, a good race from start to finish. You know, you can't ask for a better race. Van Druckmann, you know, you could see the cars were getting loose, but as Dale Jr. would say, loose is fast. So good win for him. A great race overall for the Gears Cup Series. And we move forward. Again, enough of looking at my fat fucking face. Let's move forward to the schedule. Again, tonight, Nashville Superspeedway, September 6th. And next week, for September 13th, you're looking at the Napa O'Reilly Advanced Auto Zone 35 at the Daytona Road Course. And September 20th, the last gasp for anybody outside of the window, the field of 8. That'll move on. The Yellowwood 250, 94 laps at Talladega Superspeedway. Well, let's find out who is in the playoff hunt this season. Again, it was a long haul to race number 25, which we're on. But here you go. Courtesy of the Gears Media Team and MH Designs, Van Druckmann has a 59-point lead going into the playoffs. Again, playoff points accumulated from the regular season transfer here in the playoffs, as it obviously would make sense. Brad Gutierrez in 2nd, Perrin Huggins 3rd, Connor Rowe 4th, Josh Cole 5th, Brandon Meyer in 6th. Now everybody on that right side, you see Mike DeWalt, Matt Albert rounding out the left column. The right-hand column, you see Jake Hall, Jonathan Evans, Jonathan Militia, Justin Shoup, Travis Stroney, Kyle Munson, Skylar Comstock, and Keaton Salyers, the 2022 Cup Series champion, making himself relevant here in the playoffs. Again, 3 races left in the round of 16 after Michigan here, heading into night Nashville Superspeedway. We are set for it. Again, as you look at your drivers in the playoffs tonight, it's good to know there's a lot of guys here willing to be the spoiler. And hats off to him. Again, tonight's race is going to be 150 laps, no stage breaks, no fast repairs, 5 tire sets, and a max fuel capacity of 70%. I will run that back after that, or once we get into the race. But let's take you down on the track right now and see what is cooking currently out there. As you can see, Matt Albert in the Irwin Tools 48. Last time he got a win was in that ride. So looking good in that 48. Got about a minute left here in practice. Jonathan Evans, your fastest driver here tonight. Nashville Superspeedway is a great track and a good one to start us off for the Gears Cup Series. Again, if you're hanging out with us, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this all year long. I know it can be tough. I know it can be trying times. But we made it. We're here. We're at the playoffs. Ryman says, have a good broadcast, Tom. Go Birds. Just one last shot before you get in the race. Again, Eagles-Packers playing tonight. I'll have one eye on the race and another eye on my smart device, streaming the game. We have 10 seconds before we hit qualifying. And this first portion of the show, sponsored by Body Cam, picking up on steam here tonight. Join the Gears Cruise. We have a bunch of guys from Gears who play body cam. If you want to get shot, and not by us, get body cam and have some fun on Steam today. Again, goofing off as they get ready for some serious business. And we will jam together. Again, this qualifying session brought to you by Body Cam. They are not paying me. I just really enjoy the game. And let's go to a playoff driver once we get one. James Bowles out on the track. Jacob Malone as well. We'll follow him just for the moment until we get... Here we go. Connor Rowe is going to lead us off here for qualifying. Again, this is huge. Qualifying is huge here in the playoffs. Again, round number 1. Again, the round of 16. Again, if you don't make it into the top 8, you cannot win and get in. I want to stress that enough. Playoffs are much different than the regular season. You're winning, you're in type stuff. That's not working here. You have to be consistent. You got to score points, man. Here we go. Lap number 1 for Mr. Connor Rowe. Keeping it real on the back stretch. Setting up for turns 3 and 4. Trying to keep it on that yellow line. Almost a half lane up. Getting close to that wall. Lap number 1 for Connor Rowe. Puts him up at second with a 29.65 currently. Here is lap 2. Let's see what he has got. Getting that Altel number 5. Trying to make it stick on that bottom. A lot of different drivers here tonight. Oh, and he smacks the wall. That's ultimately going to hurt him. Yeah, not going to best his 29.65, but good enough for 4th here at the moment. Let's get another. Looks like Justin Shoup now on the track. I think he just finished up. No, this will be lap number 1 for Shoup. Let's see what he's got in that $9.99 Coors Banquet Beers Toyota Camry. See that gold banner up top? Every playoff driver should have it. First lap for Justin Shoup. Good enough for 13th with a 29.99. Again, we'll see if we get you a closer look at this. Look at that gold bar with the white background Gears Cup Series. Looking good in lap 2. And everybody taking a similar approach with their line at Nashville. Keeping it clean off of 4. Let's see what his second lap is. He's good enough for 15th right now. Any better? Yes, he is. Up to 8th with a 29.71. Good laps for Justin Shoup, and he is on the upswing at the right time. See about Perrin Huggins now in the number 8 zone machine, qualified with 29.85, good enough for 18th in lap 1. Let's see what lap 2 has in store for this gentleman. Hell of a football player, college football, but I guess you can kick ass when you're Alabama. Whoop my ass. Coming off of turn 4, getting loose, hitting the wall, and eating shit early. Hopefully he'll clean out his cat box and run that ass back. Mike DeWalt, good enough for 14th with 29.75. As we'll go across your screen one more time while we have about a minute or so to go. Jacob Malone on the front row with Trey Holmes, Matthew Weeks and Zach Lockett, Van Drugman and Jake Hall, James Bowles and Jonathan Evans, Connor Rowe and Skylar Comstock, your current top 10. Brad Gutierrez, Joseph Enright, Justin Shoup, Travis Stroney, Mike DeWalt, Josh Cole, Keaton Salyers, Floyd Stewart, Perrin Huggins, and Blake Schneider rounding out your top 20. Again, everybody who is participating tonight should make the field. And again, if you're here hanging out, got some qualifying music, yeah, vibes. I'm trying to just set the tone here tonight. We got serious business to handle. And in the beginning, you want to take it nice and slow. And then work up to that intense moment of the evening. Should I say the climax? You want to be victorious. Especially tonight, as they are doing a 3-minute warm-up. And we'll hang out and vibe together, getting ready for tonight's event. Again, I've been very excited for this all week long. Sprocket Series concluding their season in Las Vegas on Monday night. Me and Kendorian Davis in a heated battle for the championship, but there's a couple others that could come and spoil the party. Check it out on 8 till 12 on twitch.tv. Same bat time as we do here Friday nights. It is a good time. Lesser of a field for sure, but we have good racing all over the racetrack. Again, Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Premiering after the Sprocket Series is over, starting September 16th here at Casa de la Horseboat. You have the Donut Box Cup Series coming to Casa de la Horseboat for 17 races on the year, ending in January 2025. I am happy to be brought aboard for the Donut Box Racing League and the Donut Box Cup Series, again starting September 16th. But Gears is my main love, my main gal. And she is hot, she's ready for racing. Here on Friday night for the Gears Cup Series. Grab a beverage, grab a snack, and sit your ass back down as we have 150 laps of racing action up ahead. Be right back in 30 seconds. We are back live for the Gears Cup Series, 150 laps here for the Dolly's Music City 200. Only here on Casa de la Horseboat as they're getting set to grid, having their quick drivers meeting. We will go and do our grid walk. I am very excited. Again, tonight's race is 150 laps, no stage breaks, no fast repairs, 5 tire sets, and a max fuel capacity of 70%. Now it's going to be the late afternoon, and we do run a fixed series here with the default Nashville Superspeedway. The initial start will be on the green lights. The in-sim restart zone rule is on, and we expect the leader to launch for restarts within the Geico restart zone on the front straightaway. Again, the winner of Dolly's Music City 200 will earn a $15 cash prize, and randomly selected driver will earn $5. Thanks to Stephen Gurley and his sponsorship. Again, I don't know if you saw it in the beginning there with the ad for his company or his friend's company, MBG Landscapers Lawn and Landscaping. you're out in the North Carolina area and need somebody to trim your bush, give that sumbitch a call. Again, here we go as they get set to grid. And you know what? We're going to do you one better. Instead of doing the grid walk here, maybe we should do it. I would love to if we could. Looks like drivers are beginning to do so. So again, here on the front row here tonight is going to be the 32 of Jacob Malone. On the outside of him is going to be the 88 of Trey Holmes. In row number 2, we have the 11 of Matthew Weeks. On the outside of him, the 93 of Zach Lockett. In row number 3, we have the 45 of Van Drugman. The 98 of Jake Halt rounds out row number 3 and 6. In row number 4, we have the 85 of James Bowles and the 26 of Jonathan Evans. In row 5, we have Connor Rowe and the 28 of Skylar Comstock. In row 6, we have Brad Gutierrez in the 84 and the 07 of Joseph Enright. In row 7, we have the 999 of Justin Shoup and the 21 Stroh's Lawn and Landscaping. Travis Stroney, I'm sorry, I spaced out for a second. Number 9 of the D-Wall 100 Years Machine, Mike DeWalt. And outside of him is going to be Josh Cole, Keaton Salyers, and Floyd Stewart is row 9. Row 10 is going to be Blake Schneider and Patton Huggins. Tristan Acevedo, Stephen Gurley Jr., Ryan Robertson, Dustin Wells, Christopher Pugliese, Nathan Fuller, Matt Albert, Kyle Munson, and Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. in the old caboose. Again, no parade lap. We are getting set to go right at it. Right here, right now. Dolly's Music City 200. And we are green flag racing for the Gears Cup Series in Dolly's Music City 200. First couple turns are always the treacherous for our guys, but here we go down the backstretch. Got it all under control. Lap 1, having fun. And I don't know about you, but I can kind of feel the vibes being a little tense early. But understand they need that track condition. Nashville is a track where if you can get good green flag racing here, able to pull away. And everybody ducking in and out. The outside lane seems to be the key for now. Forceport Motorsport Zach Lockett showing up for the first time in ages. I almost fired his ass, but I'm glad he's here. Connor Rowe and Brad Gutierrez battling for position. Apparently Connor didn't know how to put his freaking banner on. But he's hanging tough there in 9th. Jacob Malone, Matthew Weeks, Van Drugman, Trey Holmes, and Zach Lockett are top 5. Malone out to a good size lead early, but that means little. Here with some of these racers, could be playing coy, could be sandbagging. Side by side here, mid-pack. Watching there a battle for 11th and 10th between Brad Gutierrez, Travis Stroney, and Skylar Comstock. Oh, Comstock almost losing his front end. Maybe I'm being dramatic. Such a bitch. Van Drugman has moved up into 2nd, now started 5th. That monster machine, 45. That is a sharp looking car. It's simple, but impressive, and I like it. number 11 back on his car. I heard he cried when it became available. Good for Matthew, letting your emotions out. Back Lockett, falling back a little bit from where he began. Connor Rowe all over his ass for 6th place and 7th. I don't know, you pick. But Jacob Malone out to a half-second lead on Van Drugman and the rest of the field. Seems like the top 4 have it going on. Let's ride on board with the 85 of James Bowles. Early, we got a long way to go, but these drivers have done a good job so far. I say that, and these guys are getting wet and wild back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Battle right now here is for 9th between Stroney and Lockett, with Jake Hall interjecting. Trey Holmes, the leader of the second group, he is currently in 5th. Rowe banging doors with Trey Holmes. Here we go. It's getting nasty. McNasty. Gutierrez, Stroney in the wall. All over the place.
You're going to be cautious.
It has gotten hot. Fuller involved as well. You see coming into frame. That's what she said. Let's back that ass up for the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Right on board with Nathan Fuller and see what the hell he saw. I would have done a poop check if I were in that situation. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. That is too bad. Brad K6 crew followed me this minute. Thank you so much. Brings us up to 448. Let's back that ass up one more time just to give you perspective on what happened here. And really, it was between Trey Holmes, Connor Rowe, and Brad Gutierrez. Let's see what here with the old meandyourmom.com Balipcast. Rowe made the move to go underneath. They banged doors incidentally. Oh, Gutierrez just got hot. Just got a little hot. And everybody trying to avoid him end up hurting themselves one way or another, be it track position or damage or both. But that's where we sit currently. Again, this is caution number 1. And Jacob Malone, 32, your leader at this moment. And this caution's brought to you by Dale and Dawson Stationary Supplies. If you ever wanted to be an asshole at work, but not really at work, pick it up for $7 on Steam today. Again, Dale and Dawson Stationary Supplies. You can be a prick, and it doesn't matter. Get available on PC. If you have $7 and time to kill, it is worth your time. Me and a bunch of the gang here at Gears have been playing it, and I swear to God, I've been crying laughing at some of these people who are really into role-playing. It makes me question their life's choices. Again, that is Dale and Dawson. I'll put it up one more time. Again, they are not paying me to promote this. But it's a damn good game, and I would recommend it. Again, that's what I'm going to do. Instead of fake ads or stuff that's stupid, I'm gonna show you games I like. And if you want to play, you let me know. Again, we have 1 to green. We are going to re-rack and get back to Gears Cup Series racing. Jacob Malone in the 32 and Van Drugman, row 1. Matthew Weeks, James Bowles going to be row 2. Row 3 is going to be Jonathan Evans and Connor Rowe, with Zach Lockett in the 93 and the 21 of Travis Stroney in row 4. Rounding out your top 10 in row 5 is going to be Jake Hall and Justin Shoup. You can appreciate all the love that we can gather here tonight with round of 16. Race 1 of 3 to the race, or to the round of 8. I know it's confusing as shit. Confusing me too. Let's make out about it. Pace car, lights are off. 2 Toyota Camrys lead us down in the Geico restart zone as we get back to action for Dolly's Music City 200. Like everybody's gotten off to a good start. Jacob Malone has led virtually every lap so far of this contest. Van Drugman, he's a guy who considers himself one of the best in the Gears Cup Series, and I would have to agree. If he cements the title this season, that would really cement his legacy in Gears Racing League history. Being one of the youngest to ever achieve it, one of the fastest drivers to double-digit wins in Gears history. Again, Matthew Weeks trying to be the spoiler. Jonathan Evans currently in position as well in 4th. Started in 8th. Making their way up through the field. We got action. Let's get some action with a loose and loud. Presented by Dale and Dawson Stationary Supply. back in from the loose and loud. As you see, a lot of action here all over the track. A lot of big dogs out there right now getting into it, battling again. We'll see if we can get an in-race report here down the road. But right now, all systems go here for the Gears Cup Series. Again, this is the first playoff race of the year. We finally made it to this point. Time really does go fast when you're a part of this. Again, there you go, the 07, the New York Giants themed ride of Joseph Enright going to the inside of the 22 of Josh Cole, the Coors Light machine. Be kicking back a few of those silver bullets at the golf course tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll stream it. We'll see. Pretty garbage, but it's fun to play the game. Jacob Malone, Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, James Bowles, your top 5, with Zach Lockett, Perrin Huggins, Justin Shoup, Travis Stroney, and Mike DeWalt rounding out your top 10. Oh, we got action here in the back. Should have never have left it between Josh Cole and Joseph Enright. Joseph Enright losing position here at the moment. Skylar Comstock to the inside of Enright. Enright losing position from that contact. Getting on the old bony macaroni. Right on board with the 22 of Josh Cole. Trying to get around the 40 of Kyle Munson. Again, tires have to be worn in here at this point a little bit if he didn't go in pit. Enright almost taking it right and ending up at the wall. This is probably the guy to watch here for the moment. Everybody else is a little spread out all over the track. This is where the action is. As far as I can tell, let's get you a track map so you can see for yourself. We're highlighting around 17th position. You see it highlighted on your screen. We're focused on watching. This is some pretty good action right here as we enter lap 30 of 150. 1/5 of the way through for the Gears Cup Series playoff race, 1 of 9 in the round of 16, 1 of 3. Got a beverage, put it in your hand. Wow, the 07 all over the 48. I'll drink to that. Again, this is where the action is, folks. You got Floyd Stewart right there, Skylar Comstock, Joseph Enright, Josh Cole, Matt Albert, and Jake Hall. Jake Hall seems to be losing ground. Matt Albert racing with him in the past for fun. He's pretty fast here at Nashville. I can see him cracking the top 10 before the night's over. Let's head back up front, shall we? Let's take a look. Let's see what skills are paying the bills as we look. Looks like James Bowles losing a position to Justin Shoup for the moment. Shoup getting that 6th position. Again, Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans, Jacob Malone, Matthew Weeks, and Perrin Huggins, your top 5. Jacob Malone losing the lead after leading so many laps. Change of the guard. And who better than to lead the group than Van Drugman? Again, such a young talent. This kid, I hope he goes road to pro. Shit, hopefully he gets a job in NASCAR. He does have talent, and he deserves all the love Gears Racing League can give him. Again, getting that championship, I believe, would mean a lot to him. He's put a lot of effort into this league, a lot of effort into this season to try to be the best, going up against the best that we have. And I don't know, you just got to love it when a young guy shows off the talent and racing ability that Van Drugman can do. Again, big shout out to the 45, his team, and his supporters. Let's not rule out anybody else at the moment. Again, Jonathan Evans right there staying with him. Very talented driver as well. Has had some races ripped away from him. Collateral damage at its finest. But overall, he's had a pretty good year. Again, if we experience another caution, I'll show you. I'll show you the playoff picture yet again, just so you have it. And actually, maybe I'll do you one better. Give me just a minute, and I'll see what I can make happen for you. Bring it in here for you just a moment. Again, if you're out there, you can see that. That is the playoff picture as we enter here tonight. Bring that back here again. As we go forward. Again, Van has a huge lead in the points as well as on the rest of the field. Besides Jonathan Evans and Matthew Weeks just hanging on by a thread, Jacob Malone and Perrin Huggins battling for fourth position. Malone, who started on the pole, has dropped 3 spots, and Perrin Huggins, starting 19th, has moved up all the way to 5th. Perrin Huggins, one of those playoff drivers as well. And a multi-time winner here. He's no 2-time like in the Sprocket. But very dominant force, or a very dominant force here in the Gears Cup Series. Anybody watching the Packers and Eagles, Xavier McKinney picking off the ball from the Eagles, making that signing even more glorious for Green Bay. 0-0 still in Sao Paulo. I got one eye on that as well. Again, Van Drugman, your leader in the 45. Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, and Jacob Malone, your top 5, with Justin Shoup, James Bowles, Mike DeWalt, Connor Rowe, and Zach Lockett rounding out your top 10. Again, next week we go to Daytona, but we go to the road course. You're like, what? The road course? Yeah, we're going to the road course here for round number 2. Or race number 2 in the round of 16, if you want to call it that. So hopefully you got your lefts and your rights down at Daytona road course, because it could get a little sketchy. Get under the lights at night. Again, only one caution to speak of so far. And other than that, it has been pretty good and smooth sailing the whole way. Brandon Meyer, let's ride on board and see how you doing. Over New Hampshire native. having himself a night so far in 17th. He's got Tristan Acevedo and Jake Hall trying to chase him down. Brad Gutierrez there as well. Number 3 in this playoffs is one of my personal favorites. Again, if you know me, you know I love super speedways. I consider myself to be one of the kings of the super speedways. I understand that I can be shit everywhere else, but as long as I'm dominant in these certain spaces, I might be okay. But I digress. The Yellowwood 250, 94 laps at Talladega, set to pop off here 2 weeks from tonight. Very excited for that. We see a battle here for a couple spots inside the top 20. Joseph Enright, Brandon Meyer battling for 16. Meyer trying to put the moves on. But again, we have some action here towards the front. Looks like a battle between the 28 and the 5. This is for 9th position. Comstock is going to get that easy. Again, I think the last month or so of the regular season, people understood that if you really want to make it, into the playoffs, you got to have better racecraft than what a lot of people have shown, and I think a lot of our drivers have stepped up to the plate accomplishing that. Last week's race in Michigan was delicious. It was fun to watch. It was competitive at the end. Strategy was in play. And it's looking like this week is gearing up to be that way as well. But again, Drugman out to a second, 1.3, 1.4, almost a 1.5 second lead. And it could be Jonathan Evans is just hanging out right now. And I would very well suspect that very well may be happening. Perrin Huggins going to pit for the first time tonight. Trying to undercut the rest of the field. Does he start a fashion trend? Telling you what, girlfriend, if he does, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it all shakes out. Oh, we see people going into pits right now. Looks like Lockett, Comstock, Meyer, Hall, Blake Schneider. Here comes Van Drugman to put them all a lap down. We are a third of the way through the race, and again, couldn't be more thankful to have Dalen Dawson Stationary Supplies on board. Again, $7 on Steam and a gas. If you love role playing, you want to be a manager, you want to be a specialist, you want to be a slacker, you go take a shit in the bathroom, Van Drugman goes and pulls off. Jonathan Evans is your leader. You talk shit to people in the lobby and have a good time and fire them if they don't match your vibe. Again, $7 on Steam and join the Gears party today. Again, 52 laps of 150 complete. Jonathan Evans, your leader, now with Justin Shute, Mike DeWalt, James Bowles, and Kyle Munson. But for how long? Looks like Evans is braking to hit pit lane. The Shute and DeWalt follow. Looks like they shall. Munson entering pit lane. Josh Cole. Trey Holmes says, nah, it's not my jam. He is your new leader in that Mountain Dew pitch black machine. going to stay out at least one more lap. Keaton Salyers has that nice 5-hour energy drink machine. Again, if you're not familiar, Kings Point, Tennessee named it 2022 Gears Cup Series champion. And that was on the console days of NASCAR Heat 5. Still counts. He's still a champion. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. making an appearance here tonight in that Haas number 12 Ford Mustang. Again, if you're here hanging out, lurking as you're racing, I do appreciate the love and your dedication to not only the Gears Cup Series, but to Casa de la Horse Boat and sharing your bandwidth here on a Friday night. Again, I'm going to be here all year. We got hopefully every single race on lock. So you can look back and catch all the action from what was in 2024. Some guys have stayed out, in my opinion, way too long. Keaton Salyers has hit pit lane, but Van Drugman is already back up to 4th and knocking on the door. Nathan Fuller, I do believe, has pitted, but he's going to have to pit now because I believe he pitted right away, because of the damage. Trey Holmes staying put out there in front. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. in 2nd. Van Drugman in 3rd. Perrin Huggins in 4th. Jonathan Evans in 5th. As we work around the pit cycle, let's take another dive in a loose and loud here tonight for the Dolly's Music City 200. Weeks leading the lap. He's now pitted as the pit cycle has been completed. Van Druckmann has taken back over the lead. With a 2-second gap on Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans, and Matthew Weeks, and Jacob Malone. Your top 5 with Justin Shoup, Mike DeWalt, Skyler Comstock, and Zach Lockett. Connor Rowe rounding out your top 10. Guys are spaced out a little bit, but you gotta believe that there's strategy in play right now. Again, some of these guys on similar fuel strats, some of them not. Again, good showing here tonight. Biggest mover of the night so far would be the Perrin Huggins. Started 19th, has moved up all the way into 2nd. Very fast, very talented driver going up against another very talented and very difficult driver to face in Van Druckmann. He's got about 2 seconds on the 8 car. Jonathan Evans having a decent night as well. Started 8th. Now up into 3rd. He's been inside the top 10 most of the night, as is Matthew Weeks. Having a solid run this season after coming back. And Jacob Malone, your pole sitter, sitting at 5th right now. Justin Shoup, Mike DeWalt, Skyler Comstock, Zach Lockett, and Connor Rowe rounding out your top 10. But now James Bowles competing for that 10th place spot. Kyle Munson started in 29th, and now up to 12th. Had himself quite a day as well. An outside shot, a crack in the top 10. Nearing halfway now. Battle for 8th erupts between the 28 and the 93. Let's see how this shapes out. Taking it easily. Maybe some sportsmanship. Maybe not. Mike DeWalt kind of by himself right now, trying to track down Justin Shoup. He currently sits in 7th place. Let's go look around the field and see what we can find. See if we find any good battles anywhere. See what we can find. Stephen Gurley looks like he doesn't have a number. All right. Here's a battle for 17th between Joseph Enright and Jake Hall. nothing doing right now. And here we go. We got a battle for 15th between Brandon Meyer and Matt Albert. Battle for 15th currently. Again, 78 of 150 complete. Van Drugman, your leader, with Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, and Jacob Malone, your top 5. With Justin Shoup, Mike DeWalt, Zach Lockett, Connor Rowe, and Kyle Munson rounding out your top 10. Again, if you're just joining us, this is playoff race 1 of 9 in the round of 16. That's 1 of 3 in the round of 16, I should say. Total of 9 playoff races. Again, next week's going to be the Daytona Road Course. And 2 weeks from tonight is going to be Talladega. If you got Prime, baby, it's time to hit that Prime sub button. Get that ad-free viewing. I'm working it, girlfriend. Hitting that poll. Give us a follow, support the Gears Cup Series Racing League, Constantine the Horse Boat. That donut box on the docket here. Bottom dollar coming up Saturday nights here in a couple of weeks. We got a full schedule, boys and girls. So I hope you are set to see more of my ass. Not literally my ass. Me in general. Van Drugman, Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, and Jacob Malone, your top 5 with Justin Shoup. Mike DeWalt, Zach Lockett, Connor Rowe, and Kyle Munson rounding out your top 10. Again, Kyle Munson started 29th, now has all the way up to 10th, cracking that top 10. And another notable name here in the field tonight, Travis Droney, playoff racer from Temperance, Michigan. Trying to stay alive and in this hunt for a championship. Cold one, hopefully you are too. Josh Cole, part of that team over there at Independence, racing his teammate for position, and is going to pass him with ease for now. These two battling for position for 11th. James Bowles in the 85 right there as well. Over halfway home in the Dolly's Music City 200. Again, we are big Dolly Parton fans over here. Love Dolly Parton. Love all that she's done for our country and the good old state of Tennessee. over there near the Smoky Mountains area. It's beautiful. Seeing some bears in Pigeon Forge. Head on over to Gatlinburg, check it out, have a good time. Actually, a disc golf course over there in Tennessee. My first time really seeing that red soil, the topsoil that they are known for. Beloved Tennessee, got a soft spot in my heart, and here we are at Nashville Superspeedway tonight. Jacob Malone dropping like a hot rock. Mike DeWalt looking to make some swift moves on that 32 machine. Again, only one caution. It was early on, about lap 15 or so. But we've had green flag racing the rest of the way. We've had pit stops just now, as you see. We have good racing up until this point. Again, Van Drugman, your leader, Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, and Justin Shute. Your top 5 with Jacob Malone, Mike DeWalt, Connor Rowe, Zach Lockett, and Kyle Munson rounding out your top 10. And here is your battle right now. This is for 5th position. Again, 90 laps complete of 150, over halfway. Again, next week, ready to go to the Daytona Road Course for the Napa O'Reilly Advanced Auto Zone 35 laps at Daytona Road Course. Again, catch that live here at Casa de la Horseboat. Battle right now, Mike DeWalt currently in 5th, winning that matchup for the moment. But Justin Shute knocking on the old back door. Backing off is the 999 machine again. We still have a good ways to go. Don't throw away your race right now. You're having a good run. Everybody's pretty much happy with where they're at if you're in this field tonight. Again, a very competitive field. Again, a lot of the upper guys running this field in the 5,000 I rating range. We can see a mix of 1,200 to about 5,500 in I rating. And safety rating's pretty decent across the board. If that means anything to you, if it doesn't, I don't give a shit. Just telling you what it is. Get Perrin Huggins running around in 3rd. Let's ride on board with the number 8 machine. Again, Perrin Huggins heard he is single, loves long walks on the beach. And a nice conversation over steak dinner. Again, you're going to have to pay. Hopefully he doesn't find out I said that. Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans, Perrin Huggins, Matthew Weeks, and Mike DeWalt, your top 5. Jacob Malone, Justin Shute, Connor Rowe, Kyle Munson, and Zach Lockett. Running out your top 10. Let's run on board with the 93 Horseboat Motorsports machine. Zach Lockett. Oh, move to the inside. Must be watching my film. Watching the 2 times film. Wow, that sounds really bad. Again, this is a battle for 8th now between Connor Rowe and Zach Lockett. Connor Rowe going to win this battle, but not far behind him is the 21 of Travis Stroney. Travis Stroney is also a Dalen Dawson Stationary Supplies fan. $7 on Steve picking up today. Be an asshole tomorrow. Again, if you're into being a manager, wanting to find out who the hell your slackers are, it's Dalen Dawson Stationary Supplies. Only on Steam. Again, approaching 100 laps. Travis Stroney started 14th, now worked his way up into 10th, letting lap traffic go by of Stephen Gurley Jr. Kyle Munson about 0.3 seconds back from him and closing. Not much change near the front. 2-second lead between Van Drugman and Jonathan Evans. Jonathan Evans trying to close that gap. Again, I think these guys are just holding on a little bit, letting him have his fun, letting him lead the way. A couple of these drivers up front, as you can see, Mike DeWalt started 15th, now has worked his way up to 4th. May have something for him at the end. Time will only tell, I'm sure. But you just see that gold banner across Mike DeWalt, across his car. He's in it to win it. Again, he's had some rough luck early on into the season, but has rebounded very nicely with some good finishes. Staying the course. And ultimately working his way up to the front and into the playoffs. Can't help but wonder, the runner-up from last year's series finish, I should say, series finish. Does he have it in him to get a championship? Can Mike DeWalt, who was the runner-up last season, finish atop the leaderboard and be a champion here in 2024? Van Drugman in the pits. Matthew Weeks in the pits. Justin Shoup in the pits. Mike DeWalt, your new leader. Perrin Huggins has pitted already and is a lap down, trying to work his way around him. But this is good points for DeWalt and the 9 team, Procter & Gamble, Gillette, DeWalt, whatever the hell their sponsors are. This is good for business. He's going to drop down below the yellow line and enter pit lane. Next man up would be Travis Stroney. Mike DeWalt ultimately is going to lead that lap, but Travis Stroney will assume it. Assuming he doesn't pit. He will not. He's going to pit right now. Trey Holmes on another schedule, on another Space Galaxy time frame, going to assume the lead right now. Josh Cole in second, Keaton Salyers third, Tristan Acevedo in fourth, Van Drugman in fifth. By side is Jonathan Evans and Van Drugman for fourth place. Again, Trey Holmes, your leader at the moment. And now I'm mysteriously lagging for some reason. Looks like we're okay right now. Trey Holmes going to lead some more of those laps. Salyers and Acevedo to pit lane. front, Van Drugman and Jonathan Evans battling for position. These two not trying to give each other an inch, but has to make way for lap traffic. Jonathan Evans being a good sportsman that he is. He's going to drop back and fall in line for the moment as they await the pit of Trey Holmes. And this is a good segue for one more loose and loud here towards the end, right here at Casa de la Horse Boat. Getting you back in now from a loose and loud, running on board with the 48 of Matt Albert in the Irwin Tools 48 machine. Currently running around in 20th. A lot of action all over the track. Again, fuel strategy, pit strategy, whatever you want to call it, is in play. Only one caution early on, and we have been green flag racing the entire time since. Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans, Perrin Huggins, Matthew Weeks, and Jacob Malone, your top 5, with Mike DeWalt, Justin Shoup, Zach Lockett, Connor Rowe, and Travis Stroney, your top 10. Again, fuel strategy is coming into play. How many tires you take at the end here is gonna matter. Can you get away with it with 2 right side tires at the end? Oh, slam of the wall. Looks like Fitzpatrick riding around in 25th. Again, we are riding on board with the 48 of Matt Albert. Again, the sweet Irwin Tools machine. And moving back up front, you got Jonathan Evans all over that back bumper of the 45. Perrin Huggins off into the distance, almost near the horizon line. With that zone, whatever you want to call it, number 8 machine. Battle for 5th, a Bruin between Malone, DeWalt, and Shoup. Let's get the perspective from Justin Shoup in the 9 at 99. In the air because the Packers just scored. That's hot. Justin Shoup up into 7th, trying to chase down Mike DeWalt and Jacob, the Magic Man, below. Again, Van Drugman, who has won 6 regular season races, now up in front, threatening to put Connor Rowe a lap down. Getting close to that left rear is the 45. Side by side at the door to the inside. You can tell Connor's giving it everything he's got. Giving it everything he's got. And closing the door for at least one more lap. Let's hang around and see how this transpires. Connor Rowe, again, a playoff driver, trying to be retained from being held a lap down. Stroney would be the lucky dog if we had a caution right now. Again, almost home. 25 laps left to go, coming up shortly. Zach Lockett now under threat of going a lap down. Holding him off for now quite nicely. But how long can the number 5 do that? Blake Schneider there as well. Threaten to go another lap down. He's going to give it up. Base puppy, a real Ryan Newman of sorts. That's pretty funny. Again, a remarkable first race of the playoffs. One caution to speak of. Van Drugman looking to pop that ass coming to green. And him and Jacob Malone have led the most laps of the night. Guy I don't see in the field tonight is Jonathan Alicia, and that's going to hurt him. Did he get drunk and pass out? Did his girlfriend crack the whip? Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out over the weekend. Van Drugman still your leader, threatening Connor Rowe with the lap down. Travis Stroney staying with the group would be the lucky dog at this moment. If he were to fall, Zach Lockett is right there to inherit that said lucky dog. This race has been monumental. Base Puppy says, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but Drugman is a Nashville native. No, I did not know that. I appreciate the insight on that one. As always, Nate Williams bringing us the information that we need to know. A valued employee of the Gears Racing League. Owner, employee, race control master, whatever you want to call it. Van Drugman, Johnny Evans, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, and Mike DeWalt, your top 5. Justin Shoup, Jacob Malone, Connor Rowe, Travis Stroney, and Zach Lockett rounding out your top 10 currently. Your top 10 looks good for Team Horseboat. Horseboat. Are you kidding me? A referee's getting checked out for an ankle injury. Some people's children, I tell you. Connor Rowe finally now having to deal with his day of reckoning or lap of reckoning, as it were. Being threatened with a lap down never felt so good. Drugman again, a 6-time winner of this series here this season. Trying to sprinkle some seasoning on this playoff appearance with a win. Again, 18 laps to go. Connor Rowe putting up a hell of a fight, and that's why we've been kind of hanging around here to see if it would happen. It hasn't happened. He's been holding him off, which proves people can compete against the 45. And I think the 26 has proven so far that he can contend with Van Drugman. With that being said, we're going to do it one more time. Loose and Loud presented by Body Cam. Come and hang out with the Gears fellas. We try to do some tactical motherfucking fun. Body Cam. Body Cam. Pick it up. outside of 10 laps to go. We'll take you back in one more time, Casa de la Horse Boat, and show you the points here tonight if you can read it. I encourage you to take a look. Again, Van Drugman, your leader tonight in the points and tonight in this race, battling Connor Rowe again and again and again for laps now to be under threat of going a lap down. Jonathan Evans trying to make a move right now. Connor Rowe finally giving way. Connor Rowe trying to give, I would imagine, a little bit of help to the 26 after going to war with the 45 for so many laps. 7 laps to go. We're going to keep it right here between the 45 and the 26. Does Jonathan Evans have anything for the 45 coming into the closing laps of Dolly's Music City 200? Again, Drugman, a playoff win here would just only boost the confidence and boost his lead in the points. Again, if I'm not mistaken, Comstock apart of a good team. I'm not going to say because I'm not sure. The second place tonight, I don't think will do for him. He wants to win it. You can tell. He wants it bad. Five laps to go. Coming across the line will be 4 laps to go. Again, next week, tuning in, same bad time, same bad channel for the Napa O'Reilly Advanced Auto Zone 35 at the Daytona Road Course, September 13th. Party starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Show up a little early for Gears Freaks and the sounds of the Daytona Road Course. Again, thank y'all for coming out tonight, tuning in to this wonderful race. Again, only one caution to speak of. Big shout out to KM Gibson and Brad K6 Crew, excuse me, for the most recent follow. Johnson says, looks like a good race. You bet your ass. It's been pretty good the last couple weeks. Good to hear from you, man. Hopefully you are well. 3 laps to go. Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, Perrin Huggins, and Mike DeWalt, your top 5, with Justin Shoup, Jacob the Magic Man Malone, Connor Rowe, Travis Stroney, and Zach Lockett rounding out your top 10. A good night for many of the playoff series drivers. But 2 laps to go. Van Drugman, your leader, coming to the white flag. White flag is out, and Van Drugman is your leader with 1 to go. Jonathan Evans doing everything he can to try to bring it home for the 26 team with a win. Will he do it? Going into that corner deep. But the 45 will prevail. Van Drugman, your winner of tonight's race of the Dolly's Music City 200. A statement win, which I think the last couple of victories have been. Only proves his point of where the hell is my crown. But a lot of playoff drivers finishing inside the top 10 tonight have nothing to be upset about. as they've done their team and themselves a service tonight. Again, your winner, Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans in second, Matthew Weeks third, Perrin Huggins in fourth, and Mike DeWalt fifth, with Justin Shoup, Jacob Malone, Connor Rowe, Travis Stroney, and Zach Luckett rounding out your top 10. Again, interviews with your top 3 coming up here next. The Gears Cup Series, Casa de la Horse Boat. We are back here live at the Gears Cup Series post-race show. Brought to you by MBG Grasshoppers Lawn and Landscaping, 704-591-0303. Again, if you need your bush trimmed, you want to give those guys a call. Again, thank you for that. I'll bring you here in live under the lights as we got the music jamming. Again, ready to bring you some live action, as it were. Let's bring in our first guest here tonight, the 11. Looks like we have here live the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Matthew, thank you so much for joining the program tonight. Finishing third up front most of the evening. How do you feel about your finish here tonight?
I feel all right. Felt like I was off tonight for some reason. It just wasn't. I don't know. It was just one of them off nights. I was burning the right front more than everybody else, it seemed, up there in the top 5. So, but I'll take P3, the rebound from that. I was kind of struggling, you know, long run, and I never struggle on the long run, so that kind of caught me off guard.
Well, I mean, it's cool to see you back in the action. I love talking to you every week. It seems like we're connecting on so many different levels now since you've inherited the 11. Anybody you want to give a shout out here to tonight?
Yeah, I'm glad to be back in my 11, man. I'm so happy. It just feels right. But yeah, shout out, you know, 213 Dimware. You know, been on my car for years. I know it, like I said last time. I see a couple guys in here, so shout out to those guys for representing. If you go to their website, you can pick up my championship T-shirt, other T-shirts that I've got on there.
That's awesome.
You know, I'm lucky enough that I was like the first guy part of that. So to see how big it has grown since actually joining that and see all these guys, it's cool to be part of that, you know. So shout out to those guys. Justin Venomer on this sexy scheme, man. He brings the fire with these schemes at JV Designs on Twitter. Hit him up if you need something. You guys in the booth. All the guys in the league, man. Tonight was probably the best race of the season, and that's what I'd like to see. It was fun tonight.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would agree with you 100%. And again, you're up here near the front. It's been good to talk with you. Welcome back. It's good to hear your voice again, Matthew Weeks, again, finishing in third in playoff race number 1 here tonight in the Gears Cup Series. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. We're going to get a win before the end of the season, but thank you.
I hope so. I hope so. Matthew Weeks, the number 11, finishing third here tonight, giving his time, which is the most valuable, to talk to us again. Thank you again. Now bringing in the second place finisher, the number 26 machine of Jonathan Evans. Jonathan, you gave it your all tonight. You gave her hell. You really put a good foot forward here tonight and a great finish as you contend in the playoffs. How do you feel that you finished here tonight?
Feel pretty good, man. I just want to thank Gears, thank you for putting on a show, and these last 2 weeks have been like phenomenal. You've had two, green flag runs to end the race these last 2 weeks, and yeah, back-to-back P2s completely turned my whole season around. I got hot at the right time, so I'm really excited. Yeah, so I'm really excited for this playoffs, and I really proved to myself that I can hang with Drummond. Shout out to Connor Rowe too. He really helped me out a lot, but clean air was just king today. I noticed that on the first run because I was sitting behind Drummond, and I was just kind of just driving, saving my tires, waiting for an opportunity to have a look. And I just started, like, the right front was just melted off. I think that was just because of being in his dirty air, and then on that last run, I just couldn't get the run off the corner that I needed. But it's really difficult to pass here. But
yeah, it is. It definitely is. You made it look easy as far as getting through lap traffic. And again, Jonathan, you've had again a good run, a good last month of the year. As far as it goes in this season, do you think you can contend and pull off a championship here?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'm a virtual racer. Of course, I think I can win the championship. But it's going to be tight. There's a few drivers that I know I'm going to be battling for it, or battling with for it. So,
well,
yeah,
dude, you really had a hell of a run. Like I said, it's cool to see your name up front. You've been running. You started 8th here tonight. You finished 2nd. You've been in the top 10 most of the evening. You were the only one really that had anything for Van, and a guy that I think is going to contend. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I was talking to Perrin the whole race. Him and I are buddies, and we were kind of talking about the race. So huge shout out to him. He helps me out a lot. He's a really talented guy. Yeah, the back marker Camaro was fast today, and hopefully we'll carry it into next week, man. We're not a back marker anymore. We're up front.
Well, hell yeah. Daytona Road Course is up next, and I hope you got your left turns or your right turns as good as your lefts.
Not quite as good, but
well,
we'll see.
Better man than I. Again, congratulations on your second place here tonight. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
And that is the 26 of Jonathan Evans hanging out with me here tonight. Again, let's get our winner in the booth, the 45 of Van Drugman. 7 wins, your first win of the playoffs. It seems like we should hand you your crown, but not so fast. How are you feeling here tonight, bud?
4 in a row. Oh, my God.
Woo!
Nice ring. It's got a nice ring to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. Dude, once I got the lead, I was like, okay, I don't think I can give this up. And then I didn't. And then for some reason, the grip in the track went away with like lap 85 to 90. The grip was gone at that point. Okay.
Yeah,
for real. We were all losing it. And then pit stops happened. I had a little miscue going through 1 and 2 one time. And I shut the car off because I was trying to save a little fuel because I wasn't entirely good to the end. I wasn't entirely good, and then I coasted for way too long and let Jonathan get right to my bumper, and we were side by side because of that. But
wild. It was pretty competitive. I mean, I know Jacob Malone really had a good car here tonight, but you seem to be proven time and time again it doesn't really matter what the track is. You seem to have it going on. Is there any insight, any secret you can give that maybe you can give a dog a bone here tonight?
I can't give no secrets in that, especially the playoffs from here. I can't give no secrets at this point. If you would ask me on race 2, I would have give you some hints, but it's playoff time, baby. Can't let anything slide, man.
He's got the KFC recipe, those herbs and spices on lock and key. Your winner wins number 7 and win number 1 in the playoff series. Van Drugman, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, shout out to the Gears guys. They put on a great race. Shout out to Connor. I hate him more than I ever have, but you know,
he
that's
gave
racing.
You hell tonight. That was good. It was good racing.
It was, and I kind of bodied him out of the way, or just forced him out the groove. But I mean, that's kind of what I had to do. So.
You gotta do what you gotta do, and again, that's what makes you a champion, or potentially. Again, Van Drugman, congratulations, and yeah, I guess you're a winner of like $15 tonight. So, good on you, bro.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully that gets you some popcorn and a movie ticket. Van Drugman, your winner tonight, and a special guest in the booth here tonight, the 8 of Perrin Huggins. We're doing a 4th place interview by request. Perrin, what the hell do you want to say? Unmute yourself. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know, man. I just feel like talking to someone, bro.
You feel like talking? You want to have a session here live on Casa de la Horseboat? Let's talk about it. How's your feelings finishing here in 4th place tonight?
After my luck the last 1 or 2 months, I'll take it. My pit did too soon and had to save 2 whole laps of fuel that last run, and it just didn't work out. I messed up, but hey, man, we'll take it. It's playoff time. I feel like Jimmy Johnson right now.
I mean, a top 5 is good potentially. I mean, it's going to keep you in play as far as it goes. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, bro?
Shout out to Jonathan Evans, my teammate. Man, he almost won that race. And I was hoping he would, but yeah, good race.
Well, again, you finished 4th. You're in contention again. Top 8 make it out of the round of 16. Congratulations, Perrin, on finishing 4th place here tonight.
Hell yeah, thank you, Tom.
You are welcome, and we're going to do one more interview just to kind of round it out, and gracing us with his presence now is Mike DeWalt, finishing in 5th place tonight. Had a good run, started in 15th, finished inside the top 5. A good consistent run tonight for you in the 9 car. Mike, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling ecstatic. That was just the run that we needed. This is, I mean, as you know, this is one of the most important races of the playoffs, because this is going to set the tone of this first round, especially because then we have the crazy races coming up, the Daytona Road Course in Talladega. We cut it down from 16 to 8 drivers. Like, it's just absolute mania in the first round. So this was such an important race to get a good finish at. Stack the points. I have 5 playoff points just from finishing the regular season standing, so not a lot. So this was huge. I did a lot better than I thought I would. I was able to save tires and just kind of roll the center. So really good race overall. Very proud of the show that the roster put on tonight. Great racing for the lead, obviously, there at the end. Just a fantastic way to start the playoffs.
I was just going to say, only 1 caution over 150 laps. Again, last week's race at Michigan was a banger as well. If this bodes for anything, the Daytona Road Course race here next week is set up to be a wonderful segue into Talladega.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the spectacle. You do not want to miss it next week right here on the Horseboat Network.
Horseboat Network, indeed. And who the hell is in here now? Kyle Munson making a surprise appearance, finishing in 12th, started 29th. Actually, one of the biggest movers, if not the biggest mover here tonight. You are. Kyle, I know you're just here to talk shit, but how are you doing? How are you feeling? I'll extend the program just for you. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
Doing well. Enjoying the evening, as it were. Finishing, you had a good run there in 12th, almost cracking the top 10. How was Nashville treating you?
Yeah, it was really good. Track felt really good right from the get-go. Car was fast in practice. I didn't bother qualifying just because I wanted to try to get the most points I could for the night.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, everything was good. We were, fighting for around about probably an 8th or 9th place finish, and then just kind of got tied up with some lap traffic, so it happens.
Right on. Anybody you want to give a shout out to since I got you here?
Dude, I appreciate you and everything you do for the league, Horseboat Network. So much appreciated for that, man.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Again, I always love talking with you. I'm glad you're a part of our admin team and group that takes care of this league. And again, good finish for you tonight, finishing 12th in that Bumblebee machine.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You are welcome. And again, here tonight, every Friday night, up until November, and then we might have a holiday series action happening with action. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it next week is going to be a road course from hell. Daytona road course for the Napa O'Reilly Advanced AutoZone 35 laps at Daytona road course September 13th. Same bat time, same bat channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Come a little early to see the latest Gears freaks and catch up with all things Gears. For the Gears Racing League, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, wishing you a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. See you on the next one.